Hello, my name's Daniel Rimmer and I'm the CEO and founder of Lending Partner. Today I'm going to go through and answer the main question of what is a merchant cash advance. Obviously this video is part of the article, so you can read along. And then in the article or in this video I'll show you simply how to apply and how easy it is to get a quote for a merchant cash advance. So merchant cash advances are one of the most popular business lending options that is an alternative to bank lending. It is a concept that has only been around for a few years, but has proven to be very effective for businesses who have taken, who take card payments using a card merchant terminal or card machine at their place of business. So it is ideal for businesses who receive a decent volume of deposits to their bank account from their merchant terminal, and repayments are taken as a proportion of the income. Now, a question that you're probably asking is, who can get a merchant cash advance? Now, an advance is available to any business that uses a card terminal to take payments from their customers. Lenders work with the terminal provider so that they can visibly see the funds that are flowing through the business. It means that unlike traditional bank lending, there is no need for credit checks or to present any accounts, business accounts for review. So I'm going to obviously talk about some of the benefits of a merchant cash advance. Now, it's a good way of obtaining flexible finance options. Now, generally repayments are paid as a percentage of your daily card transactions. There's no APR, and you would also have a pre-agreed percentage that you'll pay back to the lender. That means that when you're doing well one month, you'd pay back more, and if your business was had a bad month, you'd pay back less. Now, this allows you to borrow with peace of mind, knowing unlike traditional bank loans, you can make the repayment should your business not perform one month as you expected it to. So how easy is it to pay back a merchant cash advance? Another benefit of the merchant cash advance is that repayments are automatically calculated and deducted at source from the merchant terminal provider. This is because the lender, as I previously mentioned, works with the terminal provider, so there's no standing orders, there's no direct debits, and you don't need to call up every week to make a payment. It's just like, for example, having PAYE tax deducted from your wages. So, alternatives available while you're paying back your merchant cash advance. One of the great benefits is that because you're not lending from your accounts or your history of your business, you're actually lending based on the future transaction of your merchant terminal. You can essentially have the option to use other lines of credit as well as a merchant cash advance. So, for example, if you have asset finance for equipment, that you could still receive an advance to add further capital to the business. So generally how it works is a typical merchant cash advance would basically, let's say a coffee shop has a breakdown with one of their machines mid-morning while they're busy. It needs to be replaced as soon as possible. Based on the coffee shop's previous monthly transactions, we can predict essentially what the future transactions are going to be like, so that the merchant cash advance then gets set up. Now, the advance funds are then paid out immediately. We can usually get that done within 24 hours, and the new equipment can then be ordered. So the coffee shop then immediately starts to repay back the advance, and they've received their new machine. So that's essentially how a merchant cash advance works. Now, if you think this type of lending would be essential to your business, you want this kind of lending put in place, you can go along to our website, which is lendingpartner.uk. If you go onto the merchant cash advance section, you'll see this website. So it does say that the merchant cash advance you can borrow from £2,500 to £300,000. £10,000 based on your business's future. So this gives a bit more in depth. So obviously it's a flexible alternative to bank loans. You're eligible if you've been trading for at least 4 months and you process a minimum of £2,500 in card transactions each month. As I mentioned before, there's no APR. You only pay back when you earn. And then it also has quite a high approval rate as well. So we look around here, but on average 90% of businesses that fit criteria are accepted. You don't need to submit a business plan, and you don't need to submit any accounts. So essentially this little infographic shows essentially how it works. So if you were to take £10,000 on your card machine, that means that you've received, so you've got £10,000 there, so you've received capital of £10,000. But if you agreed to pay a percentage of 15%, for every £100 you would essentially pay back £15 to the cash advance lender, and 85%, £85, would go into your bank. Now it's very easy to apply. All you need to do is to get a quote. So if you click this link, so we'll wait for the page to load, you simply enter a few basic details. Now, where the form? There we go. So you enter some basic details. So all we need really is your name. So it could be, I'm going to put Test, for example, Test business name. I'm going to put Daniel Rimmer. I'm just going to use a random number, my personal email address, how many card payments you would process, what your merchant terminal provider is, in this case Stripe, how much you'd like to borrow, in this case £10,000, and do you agree to the above statement? So read the statement. By submitting your information, you are agreeing for a lending partner to discuss your application on your behalf and agree that the information in this application is true and to the best of your knowledge. Yes. Okay, get a tailored quote, and it's that simple, and you'll be provisionally accepted. So essentially what this means is that lending partner has taken on your case, and what will happen now is one of our broker team will contact you, and we'll try and get you obviously the best rate and get you set up on a merchant cash advance. I hope this helps. Thanks very much. If you could like this video and subscribe to the Lending Partner YouTube channel, that'd be great. Thank you.